Hello children, I hope you are all happy and safe. Welcome to this special English hour. Here, every day, we will sing, dance, listen to stories and have lots of fun together. Are you ready to have fun? Then please stand up and join me in a dance.
All these animals in the zoo, all day long, what do? Walk, talk, study, no, they dance. All these animals in the zoo, how do you think do the snakes dance? They wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle and wiggle. All these animals in the zoo, how do you think do the penguins dance? They waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle and waddle. All these animals in the zoo, how do you think do the elephants dance? They sway. Sway, sway, sway and sway.
Children, I hope you all enjoyed the singing and dancing we just did. Now, let's play a small game. As a part of this game, I will be giving you one word. It will be a living thing or a non-living thing. You have to imagine yourself as that thing. Okay? Let's start with one example. Imagine that you are a dog. What would you do? If I were to imagine myself as a dog, I would run around all day and play with my friends. If I saw a stranger, I would bark. I would guard my house. Wouldn't it be fun? Okay, now let me give you the next word. Imagine that you are a cat. What would you do? If I were a cat, I would pounce and prance all around the house. I would go around the house sniffing and would love to drink milk. Okay, now let's see the next object. Next, let's imagine ourselves to be an elephant. If I were an elephant, I would proudly march around the jungle and eat leaves. Children, imagine yourself to be a teapot, what would you do? If I were a teapot, I would love serving people hot tea. Okay, now imagine yourself to be a paintbrush. What would you do? If I were a paintbrush, I would paint all over the walls. One night, while people are fast asleep, I would paint all the walls in the city so that when they wake up, they would be surprised to see my artwork. Children, imagine yourself to be a bird. What would you do? If I were a bird, I would love to fly in the sky all day. I would see the valleys, the lakes, the mountains, and I would love to spend my time that way. So children, what did you learn from this game? In this game, we imagined ourselves to be different things. These may be living things like dogs, cats, elephants. It may also be a non-living thing like a teapot or a paintbrush. But when we use our imagination to believe that we are something or someone else, this is called make-believe. It is to believe that we are something or someone else. So children, tell me, what would you like to imagine yourself to be? I would like to imagine that I am a little girl who can play all day. I am very happy also being your teacher. So children, come, let's read further. Children, while learning a language, it is very important that we keep learning new words. I would now like to share with you a few new words. Please listen to me carefully and note it down in your notebook. We will come across these words while reading the poem today. The first word is slyly. 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 The second word is fling. 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 The third word is scent. 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 The fourth word is naughty. 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 The fifth word is cowshed. 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 Children, let me repeat the words once again for you. Slyly, fling, scent, naughty, and cowshed. Children, please look out for these words while we are reading the poem and try to guess their meaning. Children, we will now be reading a very interesting poem. The title of the poem is The Champa Flower. If you have a textbook, please open to page number 49 and point to the words as I read. If you don't have a textbook, please see your TV screens and listen to me carefully. Please look out for the new words we just noted earlier and try to guess their meaning. Children, let's read the poem The Champa Flower. Supposing I became a champa flower just for fun and grew on a branch high up that tree and shook in the wind with laughter and danced upon the newly budded leaves. Would you know me, mother? You would call, baby, where are you? And I should laugh to myself and keep quite quiet. I should slyly open my petals and watch you at your work. Children, this poem, The Champa Flower, is about make-believe. Here, the mother goes about her daily routine, but the child wishes to be a champa flower. The wish of the child is to laugh as the wind blows, to dance on the newly budded leaves, and see its mother from the top of the tree. And when the mother would look around and call out to its baby, "Where are you?" the little child, that is a champa flower, would look at its mother and laugh. Then slowly it would open its petals. Children, let's read further to find out what the child wishes after being a champa flower. When, after your bath, with wet hair spread on your shoulders, you walked through the shadow of the champa tree to the little court where you say your prayers, you would notice the scent of the flower, but not know that it came from me. As part of her daily routine, the child's mother takes a bath and offers her prayer in the courtyard of her house. The child wishes that the mother notices the sweet smell, the sweet scent of the champa flower, not knowing that this sweet smell comes from her own baby. When, after the midday meal, you sat at the window reading Ramayan and the tree's shadow fell over your hair and your lap, I should fling my wee little shadow onto the page of your book, just where you were reading. In the afternoon, after taking her midday meal, the child's mother sits by the window of her home and reads the Ramayan. At this time, the shadow of the champa tree falls on her book. The child wishes to also fling its own shadow on the page where the mother is reading. This is the little child's wish as a champa flower. But would you guess that it was the tiny shadow of your little child? When in the evening you went to the cowshed with the lighted lamp in your hand, I should suddenly drop onto the earth again and be your own baby once more, and beg you to tell me a story. Where have you been, you naughty child? I won't tell you, mother. That's what you and I would say then. The poet's name is Rabindranath Tagore. In the evening, the child's mother would go towards the cowshed with a lantern in her hand. And at that time, the child, who is a champa flower, would fall to the ground and turn into a child again and beg its mother to read a bedtime story. The child's mother would wonder and ask the child, "Where were you all day, you naughty child?" And the child would reply by smiling and saying, "I won't tell you." Children, this poem, The Champa Flower, is written by Rabindranath Tagore. The poem is about make-believe. The child wishes to be a champa flower and spend its whole day around its mother. The poem tells us how dearly the child loves its mother, that after being a champa flower, it still wants to be around its mother the whole day. Children, I hope you like this poem. Children, I hope you all enjoyed today's session. It's now time to sit back and relax while I tell you a wonderful story. Children, today we spoke a lot about dreams and imagination. Now I would like to ask you, what is your dream? What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? As a child, I wanted to be a fashion designer. But gradually, I liked teaching, and so I became a teacher. But apart from this as well, we all have dreams, don't we? We dream about so many things, about how we would like our life to be, right? There is a little girl named Mayuri. She too has a dream. Would you like to know about her dream? Then come, let's read together Captain Mayuri, written by Mamta D. Manik and I are rushing home from school. Amma has said that our Aunt Mayuri is going to visit us. We are eager to meet her, so we both return home from school early. Mayuri is more like an elder sister to us than an aunt. We like her a lot. She tells us many stories and we have a lot of fun together. Mayuri has told us lots of stories, but the best one till date is her story. As a child, Mayuri loved playing with paper planes. Mayuri loved planes and she dreamt of being a pilot one day. So Mayuri worked very hard. She studied day and night. She tried to get the best grades in school and in college. She worked towards being a pilot one day. She only dreamt that one day she would be a pilot and fly her own plane. And the day came very soon. Mayuri passed all her tests and donned her pilot's uniform. She was flying the plane now. Aunt Mayuri points towards the sky and tells us, "You see that plane? That's the kind of plane I am flying these days." And you know what they call me there? Captain Mayuri. Everyone is very happy listening to her story. They all dance together. She tells the children, believe in your dreams and work towards them because dreams do come true. So children, I hope you all liked listening to Captain Mayuri's dream. She always wanted to be a pilot. She loved planes since she was a child. She would fly paper planes and from there she made her journey to flying her own plane. She worked very hard and passed all her tests and finally one day became Captain Mayuri. So children, if you have a dream, work towards it because dreams do come true. Children, I hope you all enjoyed today's session. I would now request you all to please make some time and write down a few lines on what or who would you like to be. In today's poem, the child wanted to be a Champa flower. You can also use your imagination and think of which person or what object would you want to be. Children, till we meet next time, please take care, bye-bye and stay safe.